Hello, everybody. Just wanted to tell a quick story of something that happened to me, and I think it shows a great example of how important fasting is. Um, Even if it's for a day, I mean, fasting, what it is, you lower yourself down and humble yourself. That way, God can exalt you. He's like, oh, look at this guy. He's humbling himself, and explaining what it is. But shoot, where do I start? Okay, it happened a long time ago, a couple of years ago, and basically I had just broken up with somebody, uh, an ex-girlfriend. Well, they call them girlfriend, ex-girlfriends for a reason, but or they're ex-girlfriends for a reason. Um, well, I had just broken up with this girl, and for some reason she was spending some time. She had just gotten into a fight with her family, so she was staying with a friend, and ended up that they got into an argument, and she left her friend's house to go back to her mom's. Well, it well, they decided to start prank calling me, and let me start here. Well, I was having a nightmare. Uh, I was under a bench in my dream, hiding from something, and I know it was the enemy because, I mean, what a coincidence, no? And in my dream, I saw what modern day people call the grudge. I was under a bench hiding, and for some reason, I don't know why the dream started there, but that's how I remember it. And to my right there was the grudge, what modern day call it the grudge, which I know was the enemy because of the timing. But oh yeah, hello to the enemy again, coming to torment me again. But so I didn't want to look to the right because of course she was there. I can't remember if I looked to the right or I didn't, but I looked to the right and poof, it attacked me. And as soon as it attacked me, I jumped up and woke up. And I was laying in my bed, and it wasn't more than 30 seconds. It was less than, it was probably about 10 seconds where the first phone call rang. And this was crazy about it, that as soon as I woke up, the first prank call hit, and there was some people making fun of my voice. They were like, nah, stop faking your voice, this and that, this and that, this and that. And me with my anger, I was all groggy and sleepy. I was like, what? And they just kept on going at it and going at it. And I was like, was finally I got the sense of what was happening. Because, I mean, shoot, it was just a couple of seconds before I had just woken up from that dream, from the thing attacking me. And, and I was groggy, I was sleepy, I was tired, and these people just calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning or so. And who's awake at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, they they kept on making fun of me, just making weird voices, typical prank call, and just giggling in the background. And me, out of my anger, I started answering back real violently, which I know I shouldn't have. But that's just who I was, and maybe I still have a little bit of anger right there deep inside from my past. But so I hung up, or they hung up, and then they kept on calling again and again and again and again. I mean, shoot, me, dummy, idiot, kept on answering their phone calls. So my mom was awake. I don't know why she was doing awake though. I think she was talking to a friend. And I was living at my mom's at this time. It was a long time ago. I was still a teen. And just told her, and she was angry. She was like, "No, who?" And she actually took the phone from me, and she was like, "That's how I learned my headstrong. Me being headstrong from my mom because my mom she had a attitude on her, and they finally said my ex's name. They were like, "No, my this person blank, which was my ex, gave me this phone number." My cat, my cat playing with the headphones. Shh, that's my And yeah, they finally said my ex's name and me. I was like, oh no. I got even more angry about it. But we drove. My mom decided to drove to my ex's house and confront her about it. Well, queria espalhar. Well, I didn't say nothing to her, but as my mom confronted her about it, she confronted the other person about it, and finally the prank all stopped. But I'm not gonna lie, maybe I hold it a bit of a grudge against the girl or the her brother, who I think he was a little bit what do you say, troublemaker, maybe too egoistic, and me, I'm like, why do you? I feel, I don't know, maybe he was too prideful, and I felt for that. Maybe I was like, nah, he's gonna be all prideful, saying I hooked up with his ex and this and that and this and that, and he can't do nothing about it. And I felt that, and maybe I might have was planning on do something about that. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but Kitty. But yeah, the prank all stopped, and there was one time. This is where it all starts for the fasting. It Oh Lord, how am I gonna do this video? Okay, and Kitty, and yeah, was fasting one day, and I think it was for a day that I was fasting. I don't know. I'm that kind of person who can't who doesn't last without eating, because I'm that kind of guy that loves food, eats it but feels guilty about it later on. But I was fasting, and I think I was still with my mom, and then we drove to the dollar store, which is, I don't know if it's a thing over there anywhere. Whoever's watching this, um, we drove to the corner store, the dollar store, which is the corner store, was the corner store, and I got off, and guess who I met? The girl who was prank calling me. And me in a fasting mode, I'm guessing this all happened because I was fasting, and I told her, "You're the girl who was prank calling me, right?" She denied it. She got really scared. She got really real blank face, and she was like, "No, no, no, I didn't do it. I promise this." Um, and me, I could have done something really bad about it. I could have made a mess, a wreck right there in the store, flipping out. I'm not sure, but I didn't. I was fasting, and I told her, hey, forgive and forget whatever I was in the past. I'm not now. I decide to forgive you and forgive and forget. I let go and let bygones be bygones there. I don't know if God knew that I was gonna hold a grudge against it or not, but yeah. And basically, I forgave her. And this is another crazy thing. I only saw her that one day that I was fasting in the dollar store, and I would go regularly to this dollar store, and because it was the corner store from our place, and never did I saw her again. Just that one time where I was fasting, and I'm guessing she got fired or she quit. Who knows? But it was like God placed her right there, just right there, just for that one day. And yeah, basically I forgave her, and that's why fasting is important. I mean, you're you're like working spiritually. It's like your God's will starts developing. You start working for God. I mean, I can't explain. I can't say it exactly the right words. You basically your God's will starts unfolding, I think. And yeah, never did I see that girl ever again. I saw her recently at the Walmart where I work at, but other than that, I never saw her again. That's why I remembered this video that I wanted to make this video just to show people about this. And yeah, the power of fasting. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy. But I'm gonna end this video right now saying by saying Jesus loves you no matter what rough path you're on. I mean, you're only an arm's reach from God. Me, I was in a really bad path back then, and look at me now, working at Walmart when I didn't expect me to like do anything with my life. I mean, shoot, I thought I was gonna be a criminal in jail or even in prison. I mean, in jail. I mean, even death. I mean, even dead. And look at me now. I have a purpose. I've helped out a lot of people. I mean, I prayed for my enemies, which is crazy. I'm gonna make a video about that later on. I prayed for my enemies, and yeah, just God loves you. Well.